Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting a new series called WC Bike Checks, where we interview people with really cool bikes that may or may not work here or just have cool bikes. And today we are joined by
Jared,
and we're going to talk about his
Yeti SB150.
And I've got a grip of good bike-related questions so we can dig into why he chose this bike and all the parts, and also some really interesting random questions that we printed out to just see if we can catch him off guard. So, why the Yeti SB150? And what even is a Yeti SB150, bro?
Well, that's a two-part question. The first part of that question is, I would say, of all the bikes, this does everything in terms of my favorite trails. Like, it's the best bike for the trails that I like to ride.
Meaning what, bro?
It's the best experience on my favorite trails. Like, it pedals great, it descends really well, like...
It's an all-rounder.
It's an amazing all-rounder.
It's an all-rounder enduro beast. 150 millimeters of travel in the back end. What do you got, 170 up front?
That is correct.
170 up front on a RockShox ZEB.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Well, don't spoil it. Come on.
Oh, well, they can see. It says ZEB right on the side. So you did some custom stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You got fancy. For starters,
yes.
What is that rear shock?
That is a Push ElevenSix coil rear shock.
Why'd you go with that?
Well, actually, a couple years ago, Push sent me this shock to test, and actually I've just been running it since because I love it, and I've compared it, like put it on, taken it off with some air shocks, and compared it, and I just really like the Push. It's amazing.
Well, they're custom tuned per each bike they spec them for.
Yes.
And then you get a spring that suits you.
425-pound spring.
Ooh.
At least that's what it says on there.
Yeah. Wow, impressive. All right. Let's hit you with a question here.
Okay.
Would you rather live permanently in a roller coaster park or in a zoo?
Is the zoo occupied by animals?
By animals.
Yeah.
It's a zoo.
Well, I just want to make sure. I mean,
not an empty zoo.
I think I'll take the zoo in that case because I'd probably like to play with the animals.
Yeah.
I like animals. Come on.
All right. More importantly, tell us about that chainring. That looks cool.
Okay, this is the AbsoluteBlack 32-tooth PVD, I guess they call it. Maybe the coating that they use on there. It's an oil slick rainbow chainring. Made it to my XX1 chain and XO1 cassette and my super fancy GX derailleur.
Scoot back. Scoot back. Why do you have a GX derailleur with these XO1 parts?
That's a great question. I actually wanted to save a little bit of money while I was building this thing up, and
guy with the Push ElevenSix sock wants to save a little money.
Yes. Wanted to save a little bit of money, and also the derailleur gets banged up a lot, so I figured that's a good opportunity to just save a little bit of money on something that might get destroyed.
Valid point.
Yeah.
Big component on the bike. Wheels. What do you got?
I got a custom Industry 9 305 wheel set with the Hydra hubs, a couple of Turk spokes, couple of silver spokes. I've got
what?
A black. I don't know, nothing.
I was testing spoke tension.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They're nice and tensioned.
Tense.
They're tense. I've got a black hub in the front and a Turk hub in the rear. You know, a little spicy. Oh, jeez.
My gun is jammed. If a fork were made of gold, would it still be considered silverware?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you know, now I'm second guessing myself.
Well, while you're second guessing yourself, talk about that dropper post and that saddle.
Okay, dropper post, I've got the Gen 2 PNW Rainier and the Ergon SM Pro saddle with titanium rails. And for my dropper post lever, I've got the PNW Loam.
Handlebars?
Handlebars, 1-up components. Carbon handlebar, 20mm rise with some Ergon GD1 grips. And
oil slick here too.
I've got my Wolf Tooth encase
Wow.
system
Wow.
in here with my multi-tool, my chain breaker, my tire plug. And you can fit a bunch of fun little things in there for activities and stuff if you want.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
I know. You use it and then you throw it back in there for when you need it next.
So, why RockShox ZEB and not Fox 38?
That is another excellent question. I actually had the chance to run the Fox 38 pistachio fork that we had, and I actually really enjoyed that. But then I also got the chance to run this super awesome RockShox ZEB, so I really like them both, but this one just ended up finding its way on the bike for a permanent home.
Pretty close in performance.
I love them both. They're both great. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, I would take either one.
Stem?
Industry 9 A35 stem, 32mm length. Short.
How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
I gotta say at least 50, maybe 100.
50 chickens and an elephant?
Yeah.
They'd have to be vicious.
Well, yeah. I mean, assuming that they're attacking an elephant, they better be vicious.
last but not least,
Yeah.
tires. Well, then we'll get to
Tires.
brakes.
Okay.
Tires.
I've got an EXO Plus Assegai 29 by 2.5 on the front, and I've got a 29 by 2.5 double down aggressor in the rear.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Pretty new tires. I like them a lot.
Grippy?
Very grippy, yes.
Grippy AF?
Yes, grippy AF. Absolutely.
Brakes.
Brakes. Code RSC with 200mm rotors front and rear.
Made by SRAM, by the way.
SRAM Code RSC. Freshly bled, by the way. Look at that!
Ho ho ho!
Spicy!
That's nice. Cranks?
And Crank Brother mallet ease pedals on some Truvative Descendant cranks. Carbon cranks, of course. And a little one-up chain guide as well. Oh, and a Lezyne water bottle cage. And a Lezyne frame pump.
What do you do with that?
Just in case, you know, somebody gets a flat tire, I need to help them out.
What's the weirdest smell you've ever smelled?
Weirdest smell I've ever smelled. Brettanomyces.
What did you say?
Brettanomyces.
What the did you call me?
Is that a word?
Yeah, it's bacteria.
What is this, a science class? Bill Nye! Where's Bill Nye when we need him?
Where's Bill?
Bill Nye, the science guy.
All right, any last comments? What would you change? What do you love? What do you want to upgrade next?
That's a excellent question. I love everything about this bike. One thing I would change, I'd probably do an axis upgrade kit if you've got to twist my arm.
High class.
Maybe next time I would actually even go with a double down front tire if it means I could get the max grip compound. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. You know? I like grippy tires, so that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I would say number one would be the axis upgrade kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you have it. If you want more details on this bike, check the link below in the video description for more fancy up-close photos and other various things. And if you've got any questions for Jared, hit him up on Instagram at Jared Bierman.
Please do.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button and drop us a comment. Let us know if you want to see any other bikes or any bikes in particular. We're going to keep doing bike interviews and letting you know what people are riding and why they're riding it.
That's true.
Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.